Hey everyone, you didn't have any music because I didn't turn it up, but we've only been dead airing for about less than a minute, so fantastic. Hi, already starting off great. I am Kristi, and I've also got the wrong screen on. I have so many things to keep track of today, but welcome to my one-shot that we're doing. We're putting together another one of those. Sorry, I'm trying to find. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. That's why. That'll be better. Yeah, let me start over. Hi, I'm Kristi. I'm DMing this mess tonight. We are going to do a Waterdeep inspired one-shot because I wanted a safe space in which I can try to kill my players. I really want to try to push them on deadly encounters, and I just can't bring myself to do it in-game because I don't actually want to kill the characters. So we've created some extra characters, invited along some friends, and we are going to get deep into the politics of Waterdeep. So joining me tonight, people want to just quickly introduce themselves. If you have any pronoun preferences, I'll definitely try to make note of them if I can find a pen. All right, and also if you want to mention your character, if they have pronouns that we should, to, if you're playing, yes, let us know, because sometimes the D&D names aren't obvious, like give little clues. So yeah, can we start? I guess we'll go in, should I make it difficult for myself? I'm not going to make it difficult for myself. I'm not going to go in alphabetical order, because that would be hard. Instead, I am going to go in order of which names appear on the screen in front of you for the devil job. So first up is Sib Wolf. You want to give a quick introduction to your character, you and your character?
Sib Wolf?
Ooh, much louder. Much louder. Get way closer.
Is better?
No. Can you get closer to the mic?
He might be turned down in Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
options.
Well, okay. Tell you what. Do your intro, and then we'll sort out your settings afterward.
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I'm Sib Wolf. My character is Cassandra Lucian Purehammer. She is a Forge Cleric.
Cool. And Cassandra, cool. Next up is Lace Agar. First time playing together. I'm very excited.
Hello, my name's Lace. I've got pronouns. They are they, them. I'm going to be playing Vac from Nara today. And he's a surprise.
Very good. Next up is Corey.
My name is Corey. Both my character and I are he, him.
Okay.
Just a change from normal because I'm usually playing a girl. But yeah, he is actually also a change from normal because he's a big old grumpy pants. And maybe you'll see why.
Okay.
Probably will.
What's his name?
Oh, Guillermo Yaromar.
Guillermo. I'm just going to put Guillermo. Yeah. That's too long otherwise.
Well, yeah, the other is his last name.
Yes. And then next up we have Alhana.
Hi, I'm Alhana. My pronouns are she, her, and today I will be playing Darius von Beckenheimer, also known as Darius the Pounder. He's a Gnoll barbarian bounty hunter on a personal quest of vengeance.
Oof, all right. Next up is Yella. Yella and the Hizza.
So yeah, my name is Yella, pronouns he, him. I'm playing Aelith, she, her. She is a human, 1 level in Tempest Cleric and 7 levels in Celestial Warlock, and she's very stabby.
And Kelsey. We're missing a player, but we're just gonna go, so we'll have a surprise maybe entrance later on into the pub. Kelsey, you want to do yourself and your character? Oh, you're muted, babe. Or did I drop out?
Did you turn on push to talk?
Oh, she's probably turned on push to talk. Yeah. Gotta press your buttons.
She turned on push to talk and forgets the button she had to push.
Well,
maybe.
it's a skill you gotta learn. I heard a sound.
Yeah, Kelsey is a self-described Discord noob, so
Yes, I have a lot of sympathy for that position because so am I.
I legitimately have my hand on my mic in a very, very suggestive manner. So I have my finger on the button that is the push to talk button, because otherwise I will just forget and ramble.
yeah, I have controls on.
If I had my way,
Ah,
I would
there
be
she is.
throwing my Mac across.
No, babe, you're
the
perfect. You're
room.
perfect. You're perfect.
I'm over here trying to download the Discord app because my Mac told me I had to. I'm going to kill myself. Anyway,
Oh, hugs.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to self-delete. I'm fine. Anyway, my pronouns are anything. I don't care. Just don't call me Mrs. I am playing Vassar, who is a he/him. And for those playing the home game, so if you've been paying attention to anything that we've been doing in Waterdeep, he is actually Mara's dad. And so,
dun, dun, dun. Yes.
So basically, the whole reason that he is even in Waterdeep is because he has something to tell Mara.
Yes. And good, thank you. And I'm Kristi. I will be playing the DM tonight. And my pronouns are she, her, but I will answer to they, them, because I just, that's fine. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And I will then, we talked a little bit about it, but we're going to try to really focus on the role play because it's meant to be a one shot. But we'll see how fast you guys are. And I will start us off by, you have seen this already, but the people in the world haven't. So I'm going to read this out to sort of set the scene and then talk a little bit more about your characters and how they get drawn into the story. Oh, one other thing before we start. And I think Lace has sort of answered that question, but I do have a slightly sexually suggestive joke at some point in the game. And if anyone does have a problem with that, DM me privately. Like, I'll check Twitter at a break point. It's not until much later in the game, but I kind of thought this group would be okay with the joke, so I think it'll work out all right, but contact me if it's not. All right, so the story overview for the one shot is based off of the adventures that my regular Sunday night group is having, and what we're going to do in here is go ahead about 6 to 8 weeks in time from where the story is right now. And we're going to pick up with a whole new group of characters doing another side of Waterdeep, another side of the politics that is sort of tangentially related to the party, but is also like its own separate episode, kind of like the Blink episode of Doctor Who, where the Doctor and who was it? It wasn't Rose at the time. It was, I think, the redhead, where it showed up like twice, but it really was about completely different characters. And that's kind of what this is. So the story so far. Tensions were rising in the extra-legal economy of Waterdeep. Erstal Floxen, leader of one of the city's Zentarum factions, attempted to form a business relationship between his Zent faction and the ruthless Xanathar, who manages the violent underworld in Skullport, Undermountain, and Waterdeep. Instead of lowering tensions, a faux pas during negotiations led to an all-out gang war between the Floxen Zents and the Xanathar Guild that bloodied the streets of Waterdeep's dock wards in the autumn for weeks. This gang war and attempt to unite two of Waterdeep's criminal factions were serious problems for Davil Starsong. As the Elven Master of Opportunities and Negotiations for the Doom Raiders faction of the Zentarum, Davil prefers exercising quiet power in back rooms, agreements worked out in hushed tones and sealed with a handshake, to brash sort of, adventurer machismo. His Waterdeep Doom Raiders provide a range of discreet services, from enhanced personal security to discreet information gathering, to transportation of sensitive goods, all the way to problematic persons removal, if the job requires it. However, Floxen's activities were making it difficult for any Zent to do business in Waterdeep. The city's watch, all Zents are the same, hardened criminals. Following weeks of gang violence, Erstal Floxen was flushed out of his safe house in the quiet North Ward neighborhood. Double-crossed by the people hiding him and forced into a brief but entirely unsuccessful pre-dawn battle with his hosts in the Gralhaln Villa, Erstal and his few remaining loyal lieutenants fled across the pre-dawn darkened rooftops of local homes and businesses to escape, As fate would have it, a motley band of entrepreneurial adventurers had acquired an abandoned tavern in Trollskull Alley, only a few streets from Growlhound Villa, and in the direction in which Floxen made his escape. The noise of footfalls on the rooftops attracted the attention of an elven druid woman and a drow elf man, way, as people in the party, as they conversed on the tavern balcony. Rousing the other adventurers, the whole party eventually cornered and fought Floxen on the ground floor of their tavern, a battle that ended with Floxen's death as he made a reckless escape attempt out the tavern's front window while magic missiles pierced his back. Far from solving any of Davil's problems, Floxen's death protected the troublemaker from the consequences of his bloodbath at the villa and created new headaches for Davil. The focus of local authorities, pressured by wealthy denizens shocked at the violence, shifted to any Zents they could capture and question. The City Watch rounded up and imprisoned known Zent operatives, including Davil and several of his faction captains. While in prison, Davil heard a rumor that a clone of the original founder of the Zentarum faction, Manshoon, was operating in Waterdeep. It seems that Ursel Floxen, far from being the leader of his own faction, was merely a Manshoon lieutenant acting on orders from above. For Davil, a Manshoon clone operating in Waterdeep is a threat to the city's ever-shifting balance of power that his faction thrives in. Each clone possesses the memory, knowledge, and legendary power of the original Manshoon. If this Manshoon were to take over Waterdeep, the best Davil and the Doom Raiders could hope for was permanent exile from the city. Davil must find out whether the rumor is true, and if it is true, there is but one path he can take to protect his Zent family. The Manshoon clone must be neutralized as a player in Waterdeep politics, one way or another. After his release from prison, Davil used his Zent network and contacts to identify the most likely location of the Manshoon clone and its followers. Davil tells his plans to one of his trusted lieutenants. For the rest, Davil decides to outsource the work to those with no direct ties to his group. He invites a handful of highly trained adventurers for a meeting with him in his private booth on the 3rd floor of the Yawning Portal near Waterdeep Castle in the Dock Ward. Here, he plans to offer what they most desire, be it money or a chance at revenge, to escape what most would call a suicide, to accept what most would call a suicide mission. Infiltrate the Colette Tower where the enemy faction is rumored to be operating, infiltrate it, and assassinate the Manshoon clone. Alright, that was a little bit long, but now y'all got your motivations. So, the rest of the story goes like this. Each of you, except for Corey, who we'll talk about in a little bit, are going about your normal daily lives. It is getting to be the winter time of 1471 DR, and as the kind of like quiet of the end of the year, darkened days, short days and long dark nights, people are settling into their winter routines. Each of you receive a knock at the door. Sometimes it's a tavern where you're staying, sometimes it's a house where you're staying, or sometimes it's on your way out of prison. As you're approached by this half-orc who introduces himself as Jolly and says that he comes with a message. He is operating as on behalf of the Solutions Guild based in the North Ward branch of Waterdeep, and he has been asked to deliver a message of importance to you requesting your presence in Waterdeep. He hands you a letter which on the front of it, or when you open it, states that your reputation precedes you and that you are being requested to come to Waterdeep to meet about a job that is very dangerous, but will pay you in 5 figures. And if it's of any interest to you, you should come on the next full moon to the Yawning Portal and look for Yagra Stonefist, who will put you in touch with the person who would like to hire you for this job. When you indicate that you're interested, the half-orc Jolly provides also traveling expenses, and so each of you make your way to Waterdeep, where you are also given the name of a local housing establishment, an inn in the Southern Ward. And on the night of the full moon, as you were instructed, each of you take a cab or you walk the distance on the cobblestone streets of Waterdeep, where the snow is now gathering and blowing around. The nights are quite chill, and a clear night shows off the city in the moonlight. as you walk into the yawning portal, you can have a look around, and you notice that each of you, as you arrive, notice that it seems, if you've been here before, it seems a little less busy than usual. For those of you who haven't been here before, you're slightly unimpressed with the number of patrons given the tavern's reputation. As you make your way, looking around for asking people about a Yagra Stonefist, who point you over in the corner of the bar to a half-orc woman who is in the midst of arm wrestling some very large and drunken human. You passed by the portal, the hole itself. The yawning portal is known for its deep portal well that drops down into Undermountain. On a sign that hangs from the gear that is normally used to lower adventurers into Undermountain for the low cost of 1 gold piece each, and 1 gold piece paid in advance to bring you back up. A sign reads, "Closed for business until further notice." As you walk over, each of you make eye contact. You are also given by Jolly the code to talk. When you met Yagra, he gave you this verbally, was to say that you're here about a job. When you say this, she gets up, greets you, walks you over to the bar, introduces you to the bartender, a very strong man, facial hair and dark hair and brown bright eyes, asking Dernan to go ahead and put a drink for you, whatever you'd like, on her tab, and then she sits each of you in sort of separate parts of the bar. Once everyone has arrived, she kind of like comes around and gathers you, each of you, until the 6 of you are walking behind her, and you're heading up to the 2nd level in the yawning portal. So if you think of the yawning portal as a bit like, kind of like not going to say the Globe Theater, but it's ooh, loud. It's got 3 levels on it, and the 3 levels the top 2 levels don't go all the way out. They sort of like finish, so that if you look over the railing, you can look down into the portal and sort of watch people descend from the 2nd and 3rd floors. As you alight to the 2nd floor landing, Yagra tells your group to stop there, and she walks down a series of booths that have drawn curtains or open curtains on them. She walks down to the end, knocks on the frame. After a few seconds, she leans her head in, has a conversation, and comes back nodding. She rejoins your group and encourages you to go up into the 3rd floor of the yawning portal. When you get to the 3rd floor, it is entirely empty. There are tables and chairs that are sat around or stood around for smaller groups, but toward the back, you can see that there is a very large table and with several chairs around it, which is the direction in which Yagra is walking. In addition to Yagra, there's now one other person. I said it was empty, except for one other person at the end of this room. And Corey, would you like to describe what the characters would see with your character up there waiting for them to arrive?
Well, this is a heavily cloaked. Now, I just kind of realized this because I know Alana's playing a bullman, and they're kind of big. So I'm not quite sure if 6'5" is tall compared to everyone else in the group.
Maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he is heavily cloaked with his hood up, and it obscures his face, so all you can see is the lower part, like from his lips down, and that's it.
Good. All right, so the rest of you walk in, and you can see that there are sort of like tables that are set up, and as you, Yagra makes sort of like motions that invites you to sit down. You can also hear on the stairs coming up from the 2nd level, another set of footprints, sort of foot falls coming up the stairs. So, Sib, as your character takes their seat, her seat, would you like to describe to the player characters what they see?
They would see a bald female tiefling with magenta eyes and a scar down the left side of her face.
Okay. And Lace. What does Vac look like? You got to press the button.
Apologies. You'd have to see a big old brick of a person coming in at a bit under 10 feet tall. Yeah, a bit under 10. Fucking hell. No, a bit under 7 feet tall. Apologies. With a large features, a broad nose, a very incredible forehead, a very long nose as well. We're talking about almost 6 feet. This person has dyed pink skin, but it's very clearly strong and leathery. And they are dressed in a very well seen motley of various riotous colors and patterns.
Nice. All right. Alhana, what does Darius look like when he sits down?
Darius is 7'4" tall. He has a reddish brown fur, and his features are more wolf-like than the traditional jackal-like features of a gnoll. He's clad in rather battered-looking red, black, and brass half-plate armor, and he has a massive hammer strapped to his back.
Oof.
Oh, he's a gnoll?
He's a gnoll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was a Taurian for some reason.
No.
All right. And Yella, what do people see when your character sits down?
Aelith is, well, at least compared to all of you, a pretty short woman, 5'4"-ish. She's heavily armored, and just looks like she's looking down on you, even though that's pretty hard considering she's a lot smaller than any of you. But she does not look impressed by anybody.
Right. And Kelsey, what does Vassar look like?
It works.
Yeah, it does.
I got the push to talk working. This is exciting. So Vassar is this, I'd say, 6'2", dark. Now I got an echo going on.
We'll sort it later. Just finish now.
Basically, he looks like a tree. You want to climb him. And he's got this dad look on his face where he just he's goofy. He looks goofy. But not in an unattractive way, just kind of he's clearly been a father for some odd amount of time. And you're just you're a dad. So he's got DILF written all over him.
Very good. All right, as you settle in, the footsteps get closer, and you turn to see a tall elven man, got blonde hair. He's actually starting to get a little bit of silver in it. Pretty stocky for an elf. He comes over and he takes sort of the seat, kind of at the head of the table, but or with you guys, and says, I want to thank you all for coming here all the way for this invitation. I'm Davil Starsong, and I'm a man of some note and influence in Waterdeep. Now, I heard about you, each of you. Your reputations precede you, except, of course, for my loyal Lieutenant Guillermo here. He kind of leans over.
Sorry to hear about your recent shenanigans, boss. You know I was out to town at the time. Otherwise, I might have done something for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Guillermo, but I know you got my back. We have a little problem here in Waterdeep, and it's a dangerous mission. People say, when I ask, that you're the right people to do the job. Now, this is going to be a bit of a dangerous mission, but the pay is going to be good. I didn't give you any figures in the letter. Didn't want the word to kind of get around, but if you complete this mission, those who come back will have 100,000 gold to split between you. This is how serious I'm taking this problem, and then I think you people are the serious people to solve it. Now, I know I hope this doesn't sound a little bit presumptuous, but before we actually make the agreement, I'd kind of like to see you work together. As I know you don't know each other, I'd like to have a chance to work as a team. So what I've done is I called you here because in the last week or so we had about 10 days ago we had a problem with the portal of the Yawning Portal. See, it's kind of complicated, but the Xanathar that was operating here in Waterdeep, his lair kind of got attacked by some people I know. Really disrupted his workflow up here, and so he's pushing now into Undermountain. Normally, you guys know that, or maybe you don't, but Durnan, who runs the Yawning Portal, will charge adventurers to go down into the portal. Brings in a little extra money, makes it a little bit more fun. But Xanathar made a move. He shut down the entrance to the portal from underneath. When adventurers go down there now, they're asked to pay money or you think they're being killed. Anyway, don't know that much about it. Normally a lot of adventurers go down in the Undermountain and we don't see them again, so when parties didn't come back, that wasn't unusual. But one morning when Durnan was cleaning up and getting the bar ready, a rogue crawled out of the portal, half dead, managed to somehow hide in the shadows and crawl up that damn wall on her own. The news she had was bad. The situation down there is, well, it's going to take a special team to deal with the problem, and I think this might be a great time for you to explain your presence in the city that doesn't involve my mission, do Durnan a favor, and earn 5,000 gold before you even start on your 100,000. So, would you be interested in that job first? He looks around the table at you.
Don't like being tested, Davil, but if it's what I need to do...
It's not so much a test. Think of this as a dry run. Learn how you guys work together. Think about, learn about each other, talk a little bit, find out where your strengths and weaknesses are. You're better to do it here than on the mission, right? So call it a warm-up.
That's the definition of a test, right?
Absolutely not. Well, I said...
Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Nope.
I don't know that you'll have to. I don't think these people are going to use too
that was
many
out of
words.
character. Does anyone speak Undercommon? Because if not, then Guillermo said something and no one will need to know what he said.
Okay. Very good. Have any of you ever fought a mind flare before?
I'll speak up and even though it's not clear, is kind of this idea of you've not really seen somebody like this person before, like my character before. I don't think. When they speak, they have the muffled sound, and you realize that what you thought was like their nose and their mouth and kind of thing is actually covered with a cloth mask that is just seems to be of the same pink shade, you know? And they say, "What is a mind flayer?"
Big bad guy. Well, big bad gals too. They're pretty equitable in the hosts, as long as they've got enough smarts in their head.
Does Davil speak Undercommon?
I don't know. I'd have to look at his sheet. It wasn't something I was preparing for. So I don't have.
Let's say he does. Let's say he does, and Guillermo tells him something in Undercommon that should be fairly amusing to the two of them.
Okay, what is that? What is it?
Okay. If you have to ask what a mind flare is, you're not in any threat from them.
Ouch. Davil's face remains completely unfazed, not even like a twitch in the eye, as Guillermo throws shade in a different language in front of his guys. Well, that's what's down there. According to the rogue, I mean, she, like I said, was kind of out of it. She said, there's a couple of ogres maybe something like a geyser, and she was pretty sure she saw a mind flare. And there is not going to be any business in the yawning portal until that's taken care of.
Take care of the evil space squid. Got it.
Just point me in the direction of what to hit.
I like your
this
spirit.
one.
Like the spirit. Yep.
Wait, with this one, which one do you mean?
All of you. Well, excellent.
Guillermo was just pointing kind of in between the two of you.
Well, as I said, this is a great time for you guys to get to know each other a bit, learn what you can do. When you're ready, I'll make arrangements with Durnan. You won't have to pay the 1 gold piece to get down if you're working for her. I can tell you that when you get down there, it's a pretty open space initially. I don't quite know like where the setup is. It seems to be pretty close to the front. They seem to jump adventurers as they get down. So, yeah, I've given you everything I've known. I'll hand it over to you. Let you make your plans and let me know when you're ready to descend.
There aren't any trolls, right?
Can't be sure.
I don't do trolls. Neither does my daughter.
Okay.
Guess we'll kill them all then. Can just stand there and watch, I guess.
All right. So Davil, sort of like say to Guillermo, if you want to make sure, like, answer any questions, if have any questions about the city or anything else, you're kind of the connection. So, good luck,
Such
y'all.
as it is.
Yep. He said, I'll have drinks brought up to you now that we've got the first part of our conversation taken care of, and can keep ordering, putting on my tab. With that, he walks away.
I know that man's paying us, but I don't like him.
He talks too much.
Is
Now, you are definitely liking more and more.
Sense comes a lot of them, but easily to Manshoon.
Tell us of this Manshoon.
He's an old is subjective when it comes to wizards and the like, especially in his case. Also, there's like, I don't know, 20, 30 of them running around. Yeah, you kill one every once in a while, more pop up.
Just gotta keep killing them until they stop coming back.
Pretty much.
So we going down this hole or what?
Yeah, it's boring sitting around here.
Guillermo stands up and starts walking to the portal.
You're not even waiting for
I'm
the drinks.
I'm going to just quickly take something out of what you think is like a shawl that's like wrapped around my wrapped around my shoulders like multiple times, and like it's a very small thing. It's like a root akin to like a ginseng or anything like that, except it's got spikes on it. And I'm going to dip it in the water, and I'm going to use I'm going to consume the theki root that I have with me.
Okay. Does that do anything other than like give you some satisfaction and pleasure of eating?
It gives me, well, it helps with digestion for one thing, but it also gives advantage to saving throws against the effects of poisonous or toxic materials for 8 hours.
Noted. Well, you should remind me if it comes up.
Well, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep. All right, you're all set then for that. you guys just gonna like so sorry. Were people starting to head downstairs? Was that? Or
the thing
Yep.
is, the thing is that I'm actually going to ask again. What is a mind flayer?
Space squid, you kill them, they die. Most important part.
Okay.
I like to play with people's minds.
You have illithids here?
I don't know that term. I just know that they got these tentacles on their faces.
I kind of like give a shrug of kind of like, okay, fair enough. You know, you guys live your lives. And yeah, like I'm going to say, just as a quick thing, do we have that 5,000 gold to spend now?
well, if you, I mean, I think we was gonna get paid after the job. Well, whoever got left, but
okay,
so,
no, that's no problem. I was just wondering, like, is it possible for us to maybe shop around and see if we can find something that might suppress the illithids, like bad shit?
Oh, you could bring that up to the party. As a, you can, yeah.
Well, it's more to do with like the context of the thing. I don't know if there's like been a time crunch of sorts. It's like saying, okay, we expect you to go down there now, kind of thing, or do we have as much time as we need?
Davil did not put a time frame on it. He kind of like left you guys to start talking about how you might go around it, attacking it. So it is nighttime. Yeah, it is nighttime now. So there might be some shops depending on what you need. Waterdeep's a pretty big city with pretty interesting shops, but
we will need something to dampen the illithid's mind. Do any of you know of number loot?
No, I've got a big hammer though. That tends to stop people thinking.
You Wolfie. Definitely one of my favorites.
I mean, I too agree with the entire just fucking kill them plan.
Plus, it's kind of late. Not sure if you're going to be able to find anything open with what you want.
Okay, fair enough. I'll, Vac isn't really going to make much of an answer, and I will say, I am Vac of Nara.
Good for you.
Guillermo gives him a thumbs up.
Pleased to meet you, Vac. I'm Darius.
Is this a social club, or are we going down the hall and kill some shit?
all right. So I take it you guys start. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Whoever was gonna drop in there.
I guess some people can't walk and talk at the same time.
Or drink and walk.
You're assuming I want to talk to you.
All right. You guys have this conversation as you head down the 2 flights of stairs. And Davil sort of is over at the bar talking to Durnan and kind of points to Durnan to you guys, and Durnan like gives you some thumbs up. Davil comes over, and people in the bar now are see that you've gathered around the portal, which is fine, but you also seem to be messing with the stuff. And Durnan comes around and leaves the sign up about it being out of business, but gets the contraption that allows you to be lowered into the portal into the first level of the Undermountain. And as you guys are gonna head down, do you have an order in which you want to be? You want to descend?
I'm going to take up the rear.
Okay.
Darius can go towards the front.
Okay. All right. So you head down. You kind of get into the unit, sort of strapped in the mechanism, and in it's gonna have to be like 2 groups probably being lowered in. So who's gonna go down first?
Vassar should go down first. He's kind of a tank.
Yeah, Darius too.
And Cassandra. There's plenty of tanking in this.
Right, good. I just have to change the avatar size because it's too big for me to see you guys on the screen. Oh boy, that's sort of all right. So there's no problem to get lowered down, and it takes a couple minutes, and the light fades. I've, by the way, given everyone a base of 30 in their dark vision. So if you need to have that adjusted, let me know. And yes, as you descend,
We all have dark vision.
Well, I figured people could see 30 feet in the dark, or is that not the case?
I mean, Elite doesn't, but if there is dark, she's just gonna cast light on her spear.
Okay,
So
yeah. All right. I'm not used to using the maps with the dark vision, and I find it very. So...
Yeah, Darius has 60 foot of dark vision.
Some of us still are humans, so we still only get like 30.
Well, Cassandra's a tiefling and has her 60.
Okay, well, I'll sort that in a second. But you guys see the map where I've placed you?
Yes.
All right. So yes, what you see in front of you is actually someone's got really far. Someone's got way more than 30. I can tell. Someone can see quite far. But you see basically, the Undermountain in this case is a little bit of a ruin. And as the noise you're all making coming down, as the last of you sort of unpack from... Is that right? Okay. Yeah, it is. As you guys get out of the unit, you see a absolutely massive orc come wandering over to you. And you can also see that in this corner here, there's like a box. And, let me put him on your lair. Boom, there he is. Comes up and says, pay toll 500 points at the bucket in the corner.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, everybody click on your tokens and roll initiative, I guess. Hold on, let me just pull up the initiative thing. Hold on. Clear it. Remove all turns. Sure. Okay, yep, you're all set to go. And 2, 1.
Can you input Vassar's? I'm currently having D20 issues.
Okay, yes, hold on a second. I'm right in the middle of rolling somebody else's initiative. And Vassar, let me type it in. What did he get?
He got 12.2.
Okay.
Technically, it's 0.20 because that's what that means.
Thank you. Very precise.
Well, I mean, it's tiebreaker,
Yes.
and there's a 12-16, so...
Oh, I see. Oh, come on. Roll 20.
And an 18-14.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I have to hit enter. Okay. All right, well, then there's only one other person, sorry, that I need to sort out here. I kind of had this idea you guys would at least say, like, here's what I'm good at. Here's, like, what do you do? And it was just like, no, let's just go kill stuff with strangers. Cool.
You expect way too much from us. Also, you have us all muted, so there is no side chatter.
Look,
I mean, it's a job.
You discover people's capabilities in battle. That's just how it works.
Okay, well, that is one way to approach it, I will say. Right, just, jump into the deep end of the pool.
And Darius did tell
Trial
you
by
what he's good
fucking
at.
fire.
He told you, point him at what to hit, and he'll go and hit it.
That's true.
That's true. Also, I'm queen of side chatter, and because I'm muted, I can't get a word in edgewise.
It is a more quiet game than usual with Discord, I have to say. All right. Then, so this guy, yes, let me organize the turn order now. So much to do. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, that's also interesting. Okay.
Hey, 10 dexterity. Means I go last.
All right, let me just get some things off of my other layer, and then I'll be right with you. Okay. All right. Yes, you also see floating by 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear some noises, like sort of like not really flapping, but definitely some like weird sounds that you've not heard before. And as you look over, you can see, I don't know if you see them on the screen, but you see these little floating blobs of flesh with multiple eyes coming at them. As who was it? Elith goes, sort of like charging, like at the orc in front of her. The first.
I mean, it's a range spell, so it's more like point magic comes out.
Okay, I'll let you by the way. Since you can do your attack since it was kind of like a surprise attack. So I'll have you have a surprise round, and then we'll start with the turn order.
Okay, so the second one, man, I'm rolling terribly.
Yeah, that's not a hit.
2 with 13, nor an 11 hit.
Do you hear that yelling, that banging? I'm not being that loud, am I? I can't possibly be speaking that loud that my neighbor can hear me. That's fucking ridiculous.
Were you banging?
Was I wasn't banging. My neighbor was banging. I think my neighbor's got an issue. I'm not being that loud. Okay, so yes, we have these. Is that the one on the right layer?
FYI, I can't see anything other than Cass or Yella's character, and then a random icon.
Okay, let me check your thing here really quick.
I think it's because they're technically in a wall, maybe?
Yeah, I've got you at the 30 feet, so you've got not a lot in front of you. I think that's the problem. I think as you move forward, it'll happen. So you, yes, Aelith throws out a Eldritch Blast, but having just come down from the thing and seeing the situation, she's like a little bit misaims, and it goes wide. Right. So, yeah, little thing will come up, floating next to you, and it is going to hit you with two lights coming flashing out of its eyes, and it's coming at Aelith. So you're gonna need to do me 2 dex. Sorry, let me check which one it is. All right. God, I really suck at this. I'm sorry. I feel like you guys are not having a good time, and it's all my fault. All right. Yeah. I need you to.
You just started, Kristi.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh god, the thrower can actually do things with.
Yes, you sort of feel this like dazzling. The light itself makes your brain feel a little bit fried off, but you manage to shake it off, and it's just fine. Go ahead and do me a DC. Do a dexterity save for me.
Those are significantly. Oh, good rolls.
Yes. A sort of beam of light goes past you, but you manage to move out of the way. The other things aren't in range of you so far, so that will be their turn. And then that leaves Darius, is our next person up.
Okay, Darius, he's The Eldritch Blast shootout realizes that combat's happening, enters a rage, and charges. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah, easy. Up there. As he's running, he sees the beams come from the gazer. And he swings at it with his hammer.
Okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead and you get what is that? Oh, you can describe how you kill it.
Yeah, rushes in, just overhand smash, knocking the gazer out of the air and squishing it into the ground.
Okay.
And as I got that, I get to use my ferocity to make a follow-up bite attack.
Mhm.
So I will turn to the orc and bite them.
Okay. 11 does not hit. Snap out, but it's very, very tough skin.
And then get a second attack with my hammer. So the bite fails, and he swings the hammer around,
Yep, that's a hit.
and that's 16 damage. Yeah, ignore the right hand damage. That's only if it's a dragon type enemy.
Okay, great.
Is the orc secretly a dragon?
Where dragons?
Dragons can shapeshift.
It doesn't seem
Very
to react
true.
to the anti-dragon effect. All right, 16 damage. All right, next up is Aelith.
Aelith is very annoyed that she just. So she is going to just kind of run over.
Oh, and one other note, because I'm raging, any enemy within 5 feet of me, everyone gets advantage on.
That's all good and well, but these gazers can force her to deck save, so she is going to just try and hit that guy with. Actually, now I see more people here. I am actually coming to. Level 4. Here, right over here.
Okay, and what are you doing? I'm not hearing anything.
Sorry. I'm doing flaming sphere on this location, so this guy. So this guy
How big is your
and
sphere?
that guy need to do a. It's a 5 foot sphere itself, but it does hit when you summon it. Squares around it.
Okay.
I used this last game, remember?
There's a lot of things that happen.
With the rats.
Right. Yeah, go ahead, Lace. You say something?
I just want to get a thing. The sizing on this map is 1 square is 2.5
Yeah,
feet.
I imported this.
Okay.
Well, no, it's from a different game, but I was treating
Okay.
everything as 5 feet, not.
Everything's just 5 feet. That's fine.
Yes, I know the map says it's less, but
No, it's all good.
yes, it's all scaled. Oh, no, it was good pointing it out. So I think it's worth noting that the map seems a bit wonky. So just treat every square as 5 feet. Don't put extra fucking squares on my map. This is your 5. Yes, I gave you control of it. But I mean, thank you whoever did it. But I don't want like 7 different area effects on my screen like last time.
Right.
I'm gonna take those away from y'all.
This guy and that guy need to make a DC. So why does that say 2d6? Should be 4. Oh, high level guys. Okay. So those need to make a DC 16 dexterity save.
So the 2 gazers over here? These 2 gazers? Okay. So let me get their sheet up. Come on. Alright, gotta double click it. I learned a new shortcut for opening up a linked token to the character sheet, and it's been a lifesaver, but it's not natural for me yet. Alright, he's doing a deck save? That's right?
Yeah, this guy and that guy making deck saves.
Got it. I've got a lot to keep track of here, so thank you for reminding me. Oh, saved on that one, I imagine?
Yep,
And the
it's
one
DC
slightly,
16.
yeah, that's one farther away, and the one closer did not, I take it.
So the one that saves takes half, which would be 7, and the other one takes 15.
All right, you can describe how that the one nearer the thing dies.
Aelith just kind of like raises her spear, points it at the square, and just like an orb of flame just bursts out. Just flame going everywhere, and it just like catches fire and just flies around for just a second before tumbling to the ground.
Right, very good.
And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
still have a bonus action, so I'm gonna
Okay.
move orb over here and slam it into that guy, so he needs to make another deck save.
Which guy's at the big orc dude?
The other watcher.
The Great Gazer.
Yeah, Gazer, sorry.
Okay, so it has to do a second save? Okay. It's just dodging and weaving, that guy.
Well, it still takes 8 damage.
Yeah,
Or, yeah, it's 6.
Yep. All right. Well, that actually managed to kill it off. Guys, fucking up my game already. All right. Okay, 2 gazers down. Is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, doke. Then, next up are my gladiators. Okay, so let's take first the one that Darius is next to. And it's going to do attacks. You're right there. And he knows its friends are on their way, so he's just gonna wail on you. Okay. So he is first going to hit you with a shield bash. 16 hit.
Nope.
Okay, try again. Oh, that one didn't work. And he's got
no.
that one, 22.
The 22 does hit, yes.
So you take 8 bludgeoning damage, and then give me a DC 15 strength check, please.
I'm raging, so it's 4.
Yeah.
That leaves me on 101 hit points and a strength save.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are knocked prone.
Oh my lord, what a roll.
Right. The other one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna come up. These guys are a little bit wary of Elith. So
actually, I have advantage on strength saves. I just remembered.
Okay.
That's better. I'm not knocked prone.
Okay. And this one will go back here. Okay. The one that's rushed up is going to take its attacks on you too. So gonna go ahead and they don't have that many tactics. He's gonna shield bash you.
26 hits. That's another 4.
Yep, and another strength check, please.
10 advantage on. Nope.
Yep. Okay. And he's going to, let's see. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and try bashing you again. 21.
Yep.
Okay. Another strength
And
check.
Nope.
You're all right. And then he's going to go ahead and throw his spear at you. So that'll be 12 and then half because it's piercing, right?
Yep. So that's another 6. 88. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's their movement and the ones that can take actions. Right. So, yes. Next up is the Mind Flare. Where is he? All right, I think he's going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And he is going to hold his action. Can I do that? As a DM, I can't hold my action, can I? I know players can.
Of course you can.
Really? I've never seen a DM hold their action.
I mean,
Well, usually the
you
DM
make up the
say
rules.
they're going to hold the action. They just hold the action, and then when it happens, Shazam.
True.
What are you holding your action for?
Well, I know what I'm holding my action for, but I kind of can't tell y'all.
You could, but
Well, I think you have to. For it to
tell
be
us if you're a cop.
fair. Because we have to tell you what we're holding our action for.
I know, it's just, life sucks, doesn't it? It's so cruel. All right, so it's going to then hold its action, because why not? I mean, I have to at least, like, you guys have to like, give me a chance to use my Mind Flare. And... Okay, yep. Yes, that's going to be its turn. So then next up is Vassar. Get stuff going on.
So Vassar just kind of looks at the... I still can't figure out this goddamn mic issue. Vassar's looking around and decides he's going to skip over to...
I have to say, Discord's a little bit problematic with the sound.
Problematic with the sound, and I can't hold down the key. And
I'll just turn it off then. Just turn it off then. If you, next time when you finish your turn, don't do it like during your turn. That's too stressful.
I thank you, Lady DM. So I'm going to be silent for a hot minute while I moved Vassar around. Okay.
Okay. I feel like I'm not sure if we should like proceed or wait for her, or how young are you gonna be?
I mean, she said...
No. I believe that it was.
There's 2 of them now.
Oops. Okay. Sure. Why not? I'll just take the away.
I didn't have access to that one.
Yeah, I was looking at the sheet and it should have been, but it didn't work. So now you're sorted. You sorted it yourself. You worked it out.
I remember how to correct things. Okay, so
we're so close and yet so far.
This is normal. Every session is like this. The difference is that it's the first time.
Yeah, I got.
I think this is just my brain being completely fried.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
All right, if you want to just roll your attacks, I'll figure it out.
Bowser's gonna go ahead, and the next thing I'm gonna do is he's gonna take his quarterstaff and double hand like a baseball bat, Mara's key attack, and the next thing I'm gonna click on is the thing he's gonna hit.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yep, you're attacking the big old orky, huge thing there. That is a miss, my dear.
She has advantage, remember?
Oh, she's got advantage. Okay, then that's a hit. So that's 9 damage. And did you have any other attacks or anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
That is a negatory, Kimasabi.
Muchas gracias. All right, then. Vac. It's your moment.
I don't like my moment. I want another one.
This is one you have, sorry. No
Right.
refund policy.
Fucking capitalism. All right. I'm gonna do this, do this, do this. I've got 6 squares. So pretty much I'll just get to that. Boom. And then I'm going to start my attacks. So, ostensibly what Vac does is, this is something that the other guys, like who aren't in combat right now will probably see, is Vac had kind of like been looking through the doorway, like seeing how things are, then looks over to, everyone who hasn't moved yet, I guess, and just gave a little nod, and then started sprinting in, and basically came up to this point and spun around the raging Darius, and is going to unleash inordinately large fists at the orc. So I'm just going to call it now. I'm going to use one of my key points in order to use my martial arts to get 2 unarmed strikes.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 4, and it's going to be on this guy until he dies.
Okay.
So that's 23.
That's a hit.
21.
That's a hit.
Is he dead yet?
Oh God, no. He's not even looking bloodied yet.
22.
Okay, hold on a second. I need to do maths now. I thought you were gonna run out of hits before I had to total up the damage. So
no,
85 minus. So that was 9 minus 9, 10. Keep going.
Don't think you'd be needing it right now, but you do have advantage.
11. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
No. That is the entirety of my attack.
Okay. All right. He is looking bloodied now. He did take many, many punches to various parts of his body, and he is looking like he's getting puffy eyes, and yeah.
That was me just kind of like making an assumption. There's no thing to it. As part of the as part of like my free action or whatever you'd want to call it, I'm going to reach into the shawl that I have around my neck, which Darius, you're raging, mate. You don't really know what's going on. But I'll take out what seems to be a small lacquered sack, and that's my turn.
Okay, that is your turn. All right, then I forgot to turn you to turn order, Guillermo. It's your moment to shine.
Who's this right next to my character?
I don't know. You see, are there 2 of you? No, that's Cassandra.
No.
And Guillermo. And that's Aslan, who's not here.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna move over
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
Take their place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. How far is that?
Oh, you
Pretty
put them
sure
on the map.
that's
Yeah.
30 feet. So, Kristi, can I have that 20 by 20 circle, please?
In what color?
The acid color.
Acid. 20 foot.
20-foot radius.
How come it doesn't?
Not diameter.
Well, okay. Tell me.
It's snapped to grid. You can click on it and then grow it to the size you need it to be.
Yeah, is that the size it needs to be?
Nope, that's 20 foot. That would that'd be 10 5-foot radius.
20 by 20 is 4 by 4.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you control over it.
No, that's 20 diameter.
Oh.
20-foot radius is twice that size.
So 8 by 8.
Like that.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I think-
7, 8. That looks about
Yep.
right. Okay.
That looks all right.
And you have control over it. Should anyway.
Yep. So he'll move up slightly and turn to Sib's character and just say, "Stay out of the way, Hellspawn." Stick his fingers in his mouth and fling something up into the air. Make a little finger gun and shoot it, and then a rain of acid falls down
All right.
in that circle.
All right.
And
Everybody's.
everyone
Mhm.
except for every non-party member needs to make a dex save.
Oh, okay. So this you can spare your allies?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Everyone's fine.
All right. Let me get the sheet up.
That is good stuff. Vitriolic sphere. Very nice.
All right. So Gladiator 1 dex save. What's your spell DC?
17.
Oh, they got one. One made it. And then last one is mine. And it also made it. So what is the effect if you fail?
If they fail, it's half damage.
Mm-hmm.
And if they fail, it's full damage. If they succeed, it's half damage, and you need to mark the ones that failed because they'll be taking damage on their turn
Okay.
because they're covered in acid, which they can spend their action on their turn to get rid of.
Okay. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry, the game messed up my... Okay, I still had the last ones. Alright, I just need to keep track of who's where. Hit points. Roll 20. I'm gonna smack you. God. Alright, if I could smack a computer. So this guy failed, so we'll mark him with a green dot. And we'll say his little buddy over here also failed, because why not? And so those two take full damage and the other two saved. And what was the damage for the full?
29.
Okay. All right, and this guy as well, this is his first time getting attacked or getting damaged. 29?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And for those who did not fail, they take how much?
Half damage, so
You
that
have
would
to do the
be
math for me.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
And this guy also 14. So all set. Damage applied all the way around. I think at this moment is when, after having acid splashed on them, that my mind flare is going to take their action. And I'm going to give myself... I need a cone. No, that's not a... That's a cube. Okay. Oh, these are such very pretty artworks. Thank you, Corey. Fuck off. Why can't I screen? Go, yes. Okay, so 60 would be how many? Is that like a 60-foot cone? You think?
60 foot
Yeah.
in a cone
12
shape
square,
means
so
that it
yeah,
goes all the way down. So it's like
It'll be
Yeah,
60
squares.
Yeah, let's just assume you can hit everybody with that fucking
Oh,
cone.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you can't hit everyone with that.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
So it should be bigger, huh? All right.
yeah, it's pretty big.
It's huge.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
should be able to hit. Yeah, furthest people away are only 40 feet away. So
Oh, okay. Great. Can someone turn that around so it's pointed at y'all? Because I can't
I
figure
can't
out.
control it, so no.
Oh, someone else was
have to-
controlling it.
you have to click that dot up in the top
Ah.
when you click it, and
I'm
you
having
can
a hard
turn it and twist it.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at this beautiful artwork on this. I love this this set that you got as Corey. So beautiful. That looks, yeah. All right. Finally, I get to do
Does it-
something cool.
Does it go around? Does this go around cover?
That
Ah,
is the question.
So
So I guess what is happening right now?
All right.
Looks like thunder.
Yes. The mind flare starts in like just as after getting the acid on it, gets really pissed off, and it just shoots out a wave of psychic energy in a 60-foot cone. Each creature in the area doesn't say anything about cover. I need y'all to do.
It's psychic. It's probably not affected by cover.
No.
No. Everyone in that area. So I guess everybody. Give me a intelligence check, and you really, really want to get higher than 15.
I assume it's saving throw.
Sorry, what? Yeah,
I
the
assume
saving.
it's the saving throw, yeah.
Yes, yeah, a DC intelligence saving throw. Oof.
What?
Okay, so Aelith, you're okay. 1, 2. Oh, and Vac. The rest of you are going to take. Oh. All right. Sorry. I'm just reading the instructions here. All right. I'm seeing what you get if there's half damage. I have to check. Each creature must succeed or take psychic damage, and be stunned for a minute.
Oh.
A creature can
Right, I
repeat
missed my
the
turn.
saving. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So for everybody who failed, you're gonna take plus 8, so 32 points of damage, and you're stunned.
What on success? Just no damage or half?
Yeah, it didn't say anything about half damage. I'll read it out now that we've done it. The mind flare magically emits a psychic energy in a 60-foot cone. Each creature in that area must succeed on a DC 15 intelligence throw, or take 48 plus 4. My bad. I thought it was 48 plus 8. So you can that's actually only 28 points of damage. I'm glad I read it out. And be stunned for a minute. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end. So if you saved, you didn't take anything.
Whoa, no con saves.
Yes. Although is it Kelsey who's getting echoing again? I just might need you to physically mute and unmute.
It
How about now? Am I echoing now?
it
Well-
is. I just want to be clear. It ain't
Oh, okay.
Kelsey HP. It is for some reason HP and another person, Faye Queen. Like they're feedbacking on each other. It's just that kind of thing, and it's
okay.
like so
it
as long as
happening
one
right
is
now?
not, as long as one person is like muted or not doing anything, it doesn't happen. So like now, nothing's happening.
No, nothing's happening now.
Well, I'm
It's fine.
unmuted right now.
Well, now I hear the echo.
So
And I fixed whatever was
You
going on.
did. Yes,
Oh,
I should
there you
not
go.
have accused you. I was wrong.
No, I was trying to do some I hate Discord.
Yeah, we can go
I
back to
will-
Hangout after this for the shows, but we can keep the Discord for the chat because that's fun.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
so
hate Discord in general. But that's okay.
all right. So finally, I'm starting to feel like I'm kicking your ass a little bit. It's taken this long.
Elif is fine.
Yes. Well, she needs to be. Okay,
This
so
is making up for every single time Clue's gotten his ass kicked.
Not like twice.
all right. So who is up? That was the reaction to Cassandra, right? So the next no, Cassandra
No,
is up
Cassandra
next.
hasn't gone.
I know, and now you're stunned, but at the end of your turn you can do your saving throw again.
Okay, so clarification on what stunned is for this.
Stunned means that you're basically incapacitated. You're probably what? Do you drop to the ground when you're stunned? So yeah, when you're the stunned condition, I don't think you can take any movements or do any. It's not like being grappled when you can still do stuff.
A stunned creature is incapacitated, cannot move, and
Yep.
can speak only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, attack rolls, and the creature has advantage.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of feedback from HP.
Who's HP and can they mute themselves?
It's me! How am I? Oh my god.
Okay, I'm hearing bing bongies. Okay, can you try that again, Lace?
Hold on. Let's.
Yeah, if you could just mute yourself while you sort, because we'll get on with the game while you tinker.
Sure.
Thank you.
That's the readout. A stunned creature is incapacitated, cannot move, and can speak only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature has advantage. So that's what that does.
You can do your save to see if you can get out of it for the next round.
Yeah.
You want to make that roll now?
Sorry, just trying to find my sheet again now.
It's too many sheets, too many tabs. Although back in the day it was paper. It was like, oh, where did I put that note on my sheet of paper? So if it's not one thing, it's the other.
And then you had to figure out which dice.
Oh god, you had to
from
do
a mountain
math.
of dice.
Oh, do I have proficiency? Add my proficiency buttons.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
Why am I able? Yay, I have a turn next turn.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yes, and you're free. So you're right. So yes, we've got one gazer still. Who's gonna so yes, that is the end of your turn. So gonna come up and it's going to go after you, Darius. It is going to cast telekinetic ray at you, but I don't think you can. Do you do it at a disadvantage, or do you automatically? It was dex saves that automatically get failed.
Dex and strength are automatic failures.
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually a strength, so it's going to be a fail, and it's going to move you. Well, if I have to, like, it depends. Okay, so he's going to move you 30 feet. He's going to move you 1, 2, 3, 4 into this area over here. If you'd like to move yourself, Darius. He's dragging you over a pit.
Oh, so like here.
These things over here are pits, correct?
Okay.
Yes. So it's not much of a tumble, but it is. So you probably have an easy time getting out of it once you're not stunned, because it's not very deep. It's only like 10 feet deep. But as you get kind of dropped into it, you do take a little bit of damage. If I can get to, yay! 6. But are you raging when you're stunned?
Yes.
Okay, so then that's piercing, so you can cut that in half. But you are now in a big hole with like sticky things. It's not like there's like bones and stuff, and it's some spikes and stuff. It's been used a lot, this pit, to throw people in to kill them. This is kind of their MO. So you are in a pit.
Yeah, with 7 foot tall, that means he's got a 3 foot reach, which means he can just reach up to the top of the pit and pull himself out.
Yes, exactly. They're not that smart, these things. They're mostly like used to humans coming down here, so like adventurers who had too much to drink taking bets. So Darius, yeah, you can do your saving throw again to see if you can shake off this mind blast that's torn through your skull, this wave of energy that just made it scream inside your head.
Come on, give me a decent roll. No.
All right. Elith, you are up, and your party members, you notice, like, all around you are they just went out, stunned.
Aelith, I don't want to, like, get in thing. Is it possible for you to somehow lock down this lad here? Because what I can then do is I can go around and start going at the Illithid, at the Mind Flayer.
I mean, I am almost entirely range, so not really.
If you could give him a condition or anything like that, like, it's all good. Otherwise, I'll just straight up, like, I can straight up take an opportunity attack. It's not a problem, you know?
Yeah, thing is, I don't think I immediately have anything. I think actually the smartest thing I can do is just violently bash it with all my range damage.
Go on.
As my bonus action, I move this orb over here and bash it into that guy for the flaming sphere damage.
Okay, and he's got to do a dex save on that, right?
Yep.
And what's your DC? Remind me.
That's 16.
Oh, he failed it. So what does he take?
10, 8 plus 5 is 23.
Okay.
And I also Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Does 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
I do another 9. Does 14 hit?
No.
Damn it. And finish it off by moving myself down over here.
Okay. Next up are the gladiators. And now that they've seen their mind flare boss do its thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he was hiding behind that pole. He didn't get anywhere. That guy. So he's not actually going to get anywhere within range. Let's see. This guy's got to take his turn. So what does he do to get the acid off of him, Corey?
Oh, he just takes his turn. He just takes his action for the turn to scrape it off.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise, he'll take damage of how much?
5d4.
Oh yeah, he's like, it burns. So he's gonna deal with that shit. Take that off. So he will use his turn to do that. Which buys everybody some very valuable time. All right. The other guy will do the same because they don't feel as threatened anymore now that you guys are on the ground. They kind of used to this. Except I can't get the thing to take off the colors. I'll do it. I'll figure it out later. Don't care at the moment. Let's see. 1.
Yep. We're not on the ground. We're just like staggering around, just disorientated, basically.
No, you're stunned. You're not moving.
Yeah, but we've not been knocked down. We're just.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Haha, I figured out where the stickers are. I'll do that later. Doesn't matter. I can keep with the game going. All right, Yak, did you make your saving throw? Vac, sorry.
Yes, I have. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Well, you're kind of in the way of all the people who didn't, so he's going to bash on you.
Cool.
Go ahead and do his shield bash on you, because he's, like I said, he's only got so many things. 22 hit?
22 hits.
Okay. You can take 8 bludgeoning, and can I please have a strength check? Or strength saving throw, I should say. Wrong term. Oh yeah, you make it. He's gonna go at you again. I take it that's another hit for 11 and another strength saving throw. Oh, that time you missed it. So now he's going to go in for his one-handed spear with advantage. Which he really needed because he sucks. He misses you, I'm sure. Even having advantage, he fucked it up. That's a total miss. All right, so he knocked you prone, but he missed in his real attack on you. All right, Mind Flare is going to see if it recharges its Mind Blast or not. Oh no. And so he is going to innately cast Plane Shift and get the F out of Dodge. Because Mind Flare.
Fucked off!
Yeah, they
Rude.
do.
Bitch!
They do.
Well, there goes my plan from a turn ago.
Yeah,
Wait, does
that's
that mean we
typical
can
Mind
get-
Flare strategy.
Yeah, I watched videos on Mind Flare tactics. So I know.
Does that mean we can get an attack of opportunity?
He's casting a spell. Well, one, you have to be close enough to him and not be stunned. But he's casting it on himself, and he's just shifting back to the far realm.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah, well, Mind Flayers are bastards. They're assholes.
All the damage wasted.
Mission complete. Just got to clear up the rest of these guys, though.
Unless the Mind Flare comes back.
No, you guys wailed on him pretty hard. The Mind Flayers are cowards. They're right. Like as soon as they always have an escape plan, so it's.
Wait, I think I'm the only one who hit him. Or is anybody else? Oh no,
I got acid damage on
No,
him.
I got stunned and missed my only turn.
It sucks. We're gonna put you in the front next time, Sid.
Hey, can we remove the template? Just so that way we've got a bit clearer room.
Absolutely. Because that effect is already gone. So I mean, it's still around, but yeah, we don't need it for the purposes of. All right, Vassar. Did you need to do a saving throw on intelligence to see if you can shake off the stun? I'm not hearing Vassar.
No, that's because I'm talking to myself, apparently. I replaced the headphones, and now all I'm getting is crackling in my ears.
Well,
but I
it's
don't think
better
any
for
of you
us.
guys can hear that. I'm sure it is. That's fine.
We're gonna do a fun to get you a decent headset, a proper gaming headset.
No, I don't want proper gaming headset. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Do I really have to do a intelligence savings?
Yeah.
Can't I do wisdom?
No, they're mind flares. They go after your brains. They manipulate your brain.
Fine.
Look at you.
Oh, thank you, baby
You
Jesus.
shake it off. Okay, so that's the end of your turn, but
Nice.
in the next one, you can wail away. Vac.
Right. Vac is going to stand up with half his move, and then he is going to use one of his fighting spirits in order to give himself combat advantage. Give himself advantage on all attacks for his turn, basically. And then he is going to use his second key point in order to give himself martial arts.
Okay.
And the first blow is going to be on this lad, this one right here. The first blow is going to be on this one.
Yep, the guy who's already half bloodied. The one who's already looking pretty rough. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. And this one is going to be Vac pulls a small dagger. And it is like small, even by like halfling standards. It's tiny. It like sits in the palm of his hand, basically. And as he like lifts it up as if it was like a great tree trunk, it demanifests and changes. And I use my veteran's cane to manifest my Tulwar, and I'm going to be using it as a maul. And yeah, so the first blow is 13 to AC.
Let me check there. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, so the next one is going to be on the other one, the one next to him.
Mhm.
And it's going to be, this one is going to be with a fist as I bring down the blow with the maul. And as the person dodges out of the way, I bring up a kick and just kick the person straight in the sternum.
Nice.
Apologies, that was the wrong one.
That's a better
21
one. Yeah,
to
that's a
AC.
hit. Yep, that's a hit.
So now my Crusher power comes into play,
I saw
which
you took
is
that
whenever once per turn, when you hit a character that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet into an unoccupied space, provided they are they are within one size range of me, and I'm going to just push it back 1 square.
Okay. He gets knocked back and he takes 8 bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
All right.
I'm then going to take a step forward and strike another blow at him.
Okay.
This time it's going to be with it's going to be another fist. So boop. 19. 10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take one more step into the middle here. And at this point I should have combat advantage against this person, correct?
And so like in a flanking position, what do you mean combat advantage?
Well, like we were talking about the homebrew rule of flanking. Yes.
Well, you're flanked by his enemies, but you're not in a flanking position relative to where Kelsey's character is, from my understanding of flanking. It has to be in a line that's drawn, not on an angle.
But
has to be
in that
like,
case, I made a serious miscalculation.
Well, I will let you, because you were operating, it's under a different assumption. I will let you recalculate your actions based on where you want to stand, if you can.
Yeah.
Like from there.
Next,
you could you could flank him if you stood on the dead one that's right next to you.
No, this person isn't dead though. It's just somebody that I just pushed in.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
The observer is the lad who is dead. But it doesn't really matter. It's a difference of 2 points.
Correct.
Oop. I've mucked this up. There's the global, and
hey, you guys be patient with me all night long.
Are you doing fine, Kristi?
I'm just so stressed out. I'm better now.
Pop. So
that's going to be a hit.
And then that's 10 bludgeoning damage, and I use my last 5 feet of square space to move around to here.
Okay, and that blow went to this guy here?
Yeah, this one in the middle.
This one in the middle. Okay. What's going on? Okay, yeah, that's right, but that one's not. I don't know what happened. I'll have to figure out his damage. His damage went wrong. You did 10 points damage. This guy looks like he's barely standing. I mean, from the towering monster that first came out of the... Oh, I know what happened. I know what this number is. Okay, never mind. Just make sure. Yep, okay. I see what happened. Yes, he is now looking like he is on his last legs. So, nicely done.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Guillermo, what's your status? Do you need to do a check, or are you ready to rumble?
I do.
All right, let's see that check. Come on, let's see you. Save it. 15,
nope.
Right?
Kristi, just so you know, every single time you talk down about yourself as a DM, I feel the need to punish you in some way and be like, no, you're a great DM. You are super patient with, like, me.
Why are you not a full-time dominatrix, Kelsey? This is what I'm wondering. Like, you missed your calling. You really missed your calling.
Well, clearly that's because Kelsey isn't a dominatrix, but Madame K is.
Yes.
The conversation you guys should have with R&D. Genuinely, the conversations you guys should have with R&D would just would really make you want to go, Kelsey really did miss her calling. Anyway.
Right.
I've been hanging out with Scots, and they have some very strange ideas.
Anyway, I'm going back on mute.
Okay, Cassandra.
Finally, Cassandra gets to do what she's been waiting to do.
So often this happens with you, Sip, too. I feel bad. It's like your D&D karma. We need to change that. All right, come on. Let's see you make the save.
Okay,
Make the save.
So, No, I've already saved. I'm now attacking.
Oh, you're attacking. Brilliant. Oh, okay. I thought everyone was dead.
10-foot radius fire
Coming right up.
circle.
If I could tell the alphabet and I knew F came after D, it would have been faster. You're looking for a circle?
10-foot radius
All
circle.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it says in this? It says 10 feet, 2 squares. And then I pull it out and it's like the right size, but then when I drop it, it just ends up being really tiny. But it's still the most beautiful artwork on area of effect stuff I've seen. So I'm going to make this bigger for you if I can just catch the corner and all right, I'm going to move it someplace where I have an easier time seeing it because it's a little bit hard to see against this color. That is 10 feet, and I will give you control over it, controlled by Sibwolf. It is now yours.
Radius or diameter, because if it's radius, it needs to be double that size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's no problem. I can do that too.
It's the 4x4 for radius.
Yes. Thank you. I failed geometry. I don't know if you guys can tell. So I appreciate all the...
How would we know that?
Yeah. How would you tell Kristi can't determine radius and circumference? All right, it is... yes, that's where you want to plop it. Excellent. Everyone in that...
It's still one bigger.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
so one...
3x3.
and somebody who moved into the path because...
Well, you might get the gazer, so it's important that I get it right. But what it says on the thing was it should be 2 squares. So I thought, okay, there you go. Now you can move it where you want.
It's going to be... Is that? And
Mhm. What do people have to do? DC 15?
wow, that is a bad roll.
What? Oh, that's a wall. Oh, you want a wall of fire?
Yep, and it's going to be inside.
Oh, they're
so-
inside the wall of fire. Oh,
Wait.
nicely done.
All of fire isn't a circle. It should be.
No,
a
he's going to make the
six-
wall into a circle.
It can be a circle
Yeah,
radius. 10
It can
feet.
be. Yeah, he can do that. He can basically trap them inside the wall of fire.
And then, as I say, it's a bad roll because that's a 5d8.
Oh. Yeah, you got 2 1s on that. But you got a 6 and a 5, so it's kind of... It was what? How many d8s? 5 d8, so
Must be 5
20,
D8 on.
20 is average. So it wasn't... It's not as bad as you think.
But yeah,
All right.
dexterity save DC 15.
All right, coming up from the gladiators. Save.
And then they're going to be making
Fail?
that.
That one fail, and I bet the gazer's not going to do very well. Get this up here. Yes. So you gotta have 50-50. And so 2 of them take full, and wait, I'm sorry. There should be one more gladiator. I missed one out, I think. I thought there
It's
were-
underneath a gazer, which you should. He's already dead. You could probably just delete that guy.
Is that gazer's alive still? There's still one going.
No, I mean
It's
on the top. You have
gladiator.
one live gazer and then the dead one where the gladiator.
Oh, the way that I
one-
see it is only the live characters are showing up, so I can see that there are 5 characters inside this magic square.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Yeah, it actually pushes like things that are on the other layers down. But anyway, yes. So let's see. I'll say that it makes the most sense that I'll say these 2. Oh, do you want to pick out who gets the damage? Or I guess it doesn't really. No, it's probably my role. All right, I will assign the damage then. These guys are fresh, so that is 17. We can call it. Yep. Come. No. Go. And don't tell me you did. Oh, you piece of shit. Grr. All right. Yes, damage was done. The gazer, by the way, has to take 17. You can describe how it goes up in a fiery death.
Okay, Kristi, just a quick thing,
Yep.
right? Right click on the token that you have selected now.
There we go. All right.
Right click on it.
Is it,
No, just right click on it. You should be, you could just move out of the way. That's the easy way.
Yeah, that's easier. All right, cool. Okay, so this guy, you can actually, yes, thank you, Leif, because I didn't realize that the overlay was getting in the way of the actual character tracking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can describe how the gazer dies and how the gladiator that Vac had beaten up all over finally just go down in burning corpses, if you'd like.
They're standing there, they're getting ready to do their attacks or spells. Suddenly, fire just washes over them as if out of the ground. And they fall over, entirely on fire until they're just embers.
Oof. All right, and the other ones inside are looking pretty, starting to look pretty worn down as well. So what does it say about the wall of fire in terms of, do they just have to step out of it, step through it, and take the damage to get out of it?
They could get out of it. It says I get to choose which side that does the infliction of damage, but I'm going to assume because I've done it like this, it's just inside does the damage. So if they step out, they're out.
Okay.
It's fine. If they stay in, they take damage at the end of their turn.
Okay, that's good to know because obviously that will affect what they do. All right, the gazers are gone. You guys have defeated the gazers. And next up then is Darius. You're in a hole. Oh, do you need to do your intelligence check first though, right?
Yes, I do. Not got a great intelligence stat, but let's see.
Yeah. Well,
A quick question, Cassandra. Am I affected by the wall of flame?
Yay!
yes, you made it, and I think that the way that it is, you would be on the other side of it based on where it's located. So I'm going to say you're basically, it's in your face, but you're not in it.
Okay.
Important to note, so you can't like move through it without also taking the damage. So
If you step in, you take 5d8 damage.
Yeah.
Stay on the other side. I mean, here we have to snap to grid, and what I'm doing is assuming that Cassandra would finesse it such that it would basically cut those two in half and keep them in, but keep you out. It can't show on the map, but I think that's fair. Darius, you are you've shaken off your mental attack, and you just need an acrobatics check or an athletics, whatever you'd like to do to pull yourself up out of the pit. Yep, that'll work. You didn't have a high DC. It's not that deep a pit. But you can go ahead and pop out now.
Do I get to act?
Yes. Oh, no, it's the end of your turn. It's at the end of your turn that you do
yeah.
the save. So then Aelith is up next.
Elif is kind of annoyed that her target just went and fucking plane shifted. Just gonna move the orb over here, smash into that guy.
Okay. Are you going to do a double bump again? Should I just roll twice? Or how is that going to work? He failed?
I can only bump at a time, but I will do Flaming Sphere and then roll my Eldritch.
Okay.
So I do 50.
Okay, so he's got a dex save on the fire which he failed? Are you hitting the same guy with your Eldritch Blast? So he gets a second DC, or he gets a second save.
So it's Eldritch Blast is a hit. It's not a.
Oh, okay. It's not a save. Okay.
Well, technically it's 2 hits. Well, the guy takes 14 plus 23, so 37 damage.
Okay, and which guy did you do it to? Can you ping him again so I make sure I have the right one? Yep, okay. All right, he is not down, but he is looking pretty rough. He's also you can't see, he's burning too, so he's having a bad day.
I am moving over here, just walking back because this thing's about to be over.
Oh, okay, Mr. Arrogant.
There's 2 gladiators left. What the fuck are they gonna do?
All right. Yeah, speaking of the gladiators, it is their turn now. And they're, not complete idiots. So the first one is going to move out of the fire sphere. Oh, I got the wrong thing here. Boop-a-boo. Actually, it doesn't even have to move. I think he can just attack you from where he is because he's got a 10-foot reach. And so he is going to stab you with his spear thing. Is he? Oh no, he does need to get out of the fire, so he will move. There we go. Out of the fire. Do you want to take an attack of opportunity yet? Do you have a reaction?
That's only if you go out of my range, so I can't.
No, but Vac can.
Okay, Vac, yeah. No, Vac can't either. It's diagonal.
My
so we
threat
went to
range.
diagonal, so that's not an
okay.
attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Still in range.
Thank you for the correction. Range, yes. Occasionally, some of the rules I forget. Okay. So here comes Pokey Poke with the spear. Oh no! Actually, no. He's gonna do his tried and true. He's gonna do what he was trained to do, which is knock you down first. So he's gonna shield bash you. Thunk. Oh yeah. That's gonna.
I'm definitely gonna hellish rebuke you.
Hellish rebuke him.
So I take 9 plus 7. That kind of stuff.
And I'll need a strength saving throw. Well.
That's hellish rebuke damage.
Okay, 14 damage for that. And you are
It's
down.
a deck save, and it's 30.
What you dropped out there?
Actually, it's 39. And if he saves
okay.
it, it's half.
Okay, so first let me see if he makes his save, so I know how much damage.
Also, I am on the ground.
And you are
That we did
officially
not
on the
first.
ground. Okay, so here comes his deck saving throw, which he makes. So it's half of 34.
Half of 39, 5 from.
So 38. 6. Fuck, I hate doing math in public.
But 4 is 19.
Okay. Thank you. 19. All right. Go. All right. Boo boo boo. This guy was pretty fresh. He's still looking pretty fresh, but you're starting to take some. He's starting to. Yeah, you did some damage to him. Let's just say, to be fair. So he is going to go ahead. Now that you're down, he's going to stab you with his berry spear. So that's going to be a hit.
That auto hit when I'm down? Or just advantage? Because if it's just advantage, I have 21 AC.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't realize your AC was that high. Yeah, he misses twice then. Yes. Let's see. The other one will come up again out of the. They're all going to leave the circle of fire because they're not suicidal. And I can send him to the GM plane. Get him out of the way. Get this guy out of the way.
Actually, I also need to make a con save because concentration spell.
Who needs to make a con save?
For the damage I took, I need to make
right,
a
yes.
15.
You're okay? Yeah.
Stays.
Okay, the spell stays. Yes, in fact, now it's your turn to get bashed on again. So he's going to come at you with his shield. Going to rush at you, just grunting. There's blood now over his brow. His breath is labored. And he sees you, and he just comes charging at you with his shield.
And that's still in the fire, Kristi.
No, I moved the fire was here. Oh, yeah, okay, yep. Right, so I'll move him one more space up to there. Is that a 21 hit?
I was like that, by the way.
No, I thought. Oh, okay. All right. This fire is very inconveniently placed. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to grab the players, and I end up grabbing the fire instead. So I'm going to. I'm going to do is I'm going to send it down to the map level.
Sense.
There we go.
Is this man trying to attack Vassar?
No, he's going after Vac.
Oh, okay.
But he had to get out of the fire to do it. Was that a hit?
That is a hit.
Okay. And do you want to give me your 15? Take your 11 and give me your strength saving throw, please. Yeah, that's a save. You're absolutely fine. All right, so that was his first attack on you, if I'm correct. So he is going to try it on again. He doesn't have that many other tools in his toolbox. He's got a shield and a spear. Ooh. Crit for 12 bludgeoning and another check, please. Oh, look at you crit back. Nice. All right, then it's just gonna try to stab you with the spear.
Nobody puts me on the floor.
And I think 23 will hit you for a 12.
It shall.
Okay. Now this guy, the only way to get out of the fire is actually to go in this direction. And when he gets there, he's going to see that, like, the mind flare's gone. He'd have to go around the flames. He doesn't really like his work colleagues that much, he's decided. So he is going to leg it. He figures the fire is excellent cover and he can get deeper into the under mountain before you guys are done finishing off his soon-to-be former co-workers. Right. Except the gladiator I sent to the netherworld is one who is actually kind of important, so I have to bring him back up. The one? Okay, that is Mind Flare's gone. Vassar, you are up next. Can't hear.
Sorry, I forgot I muted myself. Vassar looks at the guy standing next to him, cracks his knuckles, and goes, "Hi, bud. How are you?" And goes ahead and activates his flurry of blows with one of his key points.
Okay, go and knock yourself out.
And first thing he does is performs healing hands on himself.
Okay.
Hands of healing on himself, which is a D6 plus my wisdom modifier. 4 plus 5.
Okay.
No. Yes. So 10. Awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pound him into the dirt, hopefully.
Okay. You pretty much walked into it. That's a hit.
And there's my last one.
That second one misses, but the first one hits. So he
Okay.
does do an extra 8 damage on him. All right.
Delightful.
Cool. Yep. He's still looking. He's not any. Well, he's looking not as good as he started, but he didn't look as good as the guy who was going down. You know, he doesn't look like he's that close to being down just yet. Anything else with your turn? I'll say that's a no, because he cut off again. So next time, hangouts. Vac. How do I have you in the turn? Did this get... No, it's in the right order. I just hear dead air. I don't hear anybody. This is very...
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Vac, it's your turn?
Vac is Vac's turn, and Vac is going to what he's going to do is that he's going to use his key point.
Okay.
And then is going to start his ineffable, incredible, lovely thing. First things first is the first blow is going to be against this person here.
Ping them
And it's
for
going to
me.
be with the impound, which is bludgeoning.
Okay.
So that is...
If
Oh,
it's a...
sorry.
Mhm.
That is going to be a 14, not a 16.
okay. All right. That one's going to miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Now I'll use bludgeoning. 20.
That hits.
Okay. This is going to force him to push back due to my crusher, moving this person to here.
Okay. He's pushed back. And he takes 12 bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes. Actually, wait a second. Let me actually have a look at the wording. To move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space.
You can throw him back in the fire if you want.
Is this flame wall still there?
Are you still concentrating, Cassandra? Yep, it's still there.
Okay, push it diagonally this way. Into here.
Okay.
This square here. So that way I can move. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass through Vassar's square. And then I'm going to move over to here. And then I'm going to move over to here. And I'm going to complete my actions. Which... wait. I did this wrong. Which... Now we are flanking. Woohoo!
Yes, now you are flanking. Yes. By the way, Cassandra, do you want to roll the damage for this guy when he went back through the wall? We should do that right now in this turn. So if you want to roll that damage, you can.
So that's a big failure. Two 11s.
Correct. Oh.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Is that was Cassandra who's got the spell going, right? But I didn't hear you if you said you.
I'm falling 5d8.
Yeah, yes. 32.
Whoa.
Oh,
that's
wow.
not-
Yep. This guy now is looking pretty crispy. He is looking pretty darn crispy. Righty tighty. Next up then is Guillermo before we have Cassandra again.
Well, let's see if I can roll not shit.
Fingers
Nope.
crossed.
At least I'm keeping count of this. You said it lasted a minute, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
How many more turns would that be?
We've done
7 more.
You'll definitely get it before, or maybe not. I don't know. I shouldn't promise you things when the dice. Who knows what they're going to do? All right. Well, you were the one who really got this going, so you definitely kicked ass in this fight. All right. So Guillermo is still out, and Cassandra, you've got a wall of fire and a roasty, crispy guy inside. What do you want to do?
Well, Cassandra's not happy about seeing one of them run away like that.
Get used to disappointment. Yeah, I just that was from Princess Bride.
Yes, well, this one is not going to find it so fun.
Okay. Ooh, yep, that's gonna hit. So what, like lightning, or no, guiding bolt, like light shoots from your fingertips.
Yep,
slams
lightning bolt.
into him.
Tips slams into him. So that's 4d6, and anybody who manages to make an attack against him before my next turn has advantage.
Oh, nice. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh, nice. All right, he's starting to look. He's like the one who's looking the least bad. This guy, but he's now starting to look a little bit on the rough side. I made these guys tough for you because you can't fall over, right? So, yep, he's still in a fighting mood, but he's winded. Darius, you're regained your sense of who you are. You climbed out of a pit, and now you've got a guy who's in fire in front of you, or there's another guy who's not in fire, but he's kind of surrounded by some people. So what would you like to do?
That's for reference. The fire is a bit opaque. You cannot see through it.
He walks up to the one currently burning and swings his hammer in a nice big roundhouse style swing.
Okay, 23 will hit.
Okie dokie, so that's 14 damage.
Okay.
And then the spinning of the hammer continues and it hits him again.
Yep,
for
it does.
another 13.
Oh gosh, this guy looks like his last legs. He looks so close to death. And he's inside a fire sphere, so he's having a super bad day. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No. Actually, can I just double check my damage? Oh, actually, I got rolled a 1 there. Actually, I can re-roll one of these dice because I have great weapon fighting style, so I can re-roll 1s and 2s.
Okay.
So, oh, that's a 2 on that one and a 1 on that one. So, reroll 2d6. Have to take the. It's the same.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's always worth a roll. You never know what's gonna happen.
Aye.
Okay. Aelith.
I'm just gonna start by hammering that guy with my orb.
Okay, right. He needs to do his dex save, and your score is 16. Oh, he did. He made that one. Is there half damage?
Oh, that's a combined 8.
Oh my god. He's so close to death. He's so close to death.
I'll hit him with one of my Eldritch Blasts.
Yep. Just hit him. Oh, does he have...
Oh, it's from Guiding Bolt still, right?
Yeah, well, who's got the advantage? Is it this guy up here who's got the disadvantage on attacks?
Attacks. One of the guiding bolt on him is over here.
Oh, who was it with the Guiding Bolt? Was it that guy? Yeah, then I had advantage. So
that one from Guiding Bolt and that one from being in melee range of me.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in that case, I do 7 damage against that guy. Is he still alive?
Yeah, you can describe how he dies.
Well, after just kind of bumping the fire sphere into him, she just like kind of casually flicks the spear in his direction as like dark energy surrounds it, and just a bolt of just pure force just smacks him in the skull, and he just drops.
Oof.
And
Nice.
after that, I'll use my second cast of Eldritch Bolt to just like point at the other guy.
Okay. And what does he take?
7 plus 5 is 13.
13?
Sorry,
How much was it? Sorry?
12.
12. Okay, thank you. Got it. All right. Then, oh, it's a gladiator guy. He's sandwiched between the two of you. There's a fire around. All his friends are dead. He's just gonna make his last stand count. So he is going to you, Kelsey. Have you been attacked at all yet this turn? I don't know if you have. So he's gonna bash you with the shield.
No.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 10 damage, and I need a strength saving throw of, you want to make a 15 or higher. Ugh, so you are now knocked prone. And with
What
that,
does that mean?
means you're on your butt. Well, technically it's on your front, not your butt. You're prone, when you're prone, you lie on your bone, your pelvic bone. So that's how I remembered it from massage therapy class. But now that you're down, he's going to have an advantage with his other attacks on you, which is why...
What? No! Leave me the fuck alone!
So, come on, here we go. Boom. 9. Does a 20 hit?
No.
Okay, does a 22?
Fucker. A 22 does.
Okay, so you take 9 points of piercing damage. So if you're raging, you only take half that.
I'm a monk. Why the fuck would I be raging?
I'm used to you being a part barbarian. Sorry.
War is a barbarian.
All right, then we are to Vassar.
Well, I'm on my butt. Now what?
You know, you can use half your movement to get up, so that's 15 of your total 30. But the guy's right in front of you, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just smack him.
Well, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead, use another key point.
Okay.
Use another healing hands. Ha! That's why I went way of mercy, motherfucker. D6 plus 2, or no, plus 5. Back to 24. Shit. Anyway, and then I get to just wail on him.
Yeah, go ahead and wail. That's gonna be a hit. And he's got an advantage, or you've got advantage on him because of the guiding bolt, so that's also a hit. So it's, yep.
Oh, guiding bolt is not on the one up there. The one is the guiding bolt.
Oh, sorry. Okay, on the bottom. Okay, sorry.
But
so
there is +2 from being flanking.
Correct, but it's 16 AC, so it's not going to make it. But you do get the 10, so you get to, you whack him, thunk him in the face with your quarterstaff, right? Just
no, it's unhanded.
Oh, unhanded with his fist. He just like his head goes turning to one side with the blow, and just you hear cracks.
Oh no, it gets
inside.
knocked back. I went straight for the nose.
All right. Okay. He's looking rough. So
It's
speaking
like
of,
that's what you get for knocking me on my ass.
so you knock his head back, and now Vac is behind him. What's Vac going to do with him as his other sort of head is shooting back, like sort of straight at his nose? Can't hear you.
I'm going to punch him in the back of the head. See how that works out for him.
It's
Don't-
about military.
Don't stand between two monks.
Just a quick thing. I'm going to check. What's this? Bonus action. Fuck
Yep.
that. No. Nope. Not doing it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be 1
Oh gosh, 13 does miss.
wrong,
Oh
2
no, there you go.
and 3.
Oh, the last 2 hit.
Well, there you go. He's going to get like the last one. I'm going to use in order to move him 1 step down into the fire.
Then you can describe how he dies. Because he was down to single digit hit points.
It's actually quite sad. So the last blow was actually the blow that kind of like knocks him into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very much an Asterix and Obelix like image of like a slight uppercut that sends him over 5 feet into the fire. He lands arm first, which happens to be suffering from crush injury, and he immediately loses consciousness.
Okay.
And it's one of those things of like his mind just turned off, and he's fully alive as he's burning.
Dark. He finishes off. Yep, his flaming roasted, actually like charred, I should say, corpse. Basically starts to break apart as it hits the ground. And yes, as you survey the area, you don't see any more enemies. You see like this large pit in the side and a bunch of corpses. But yes, you guys have won the battle, and you have a pool
What
of.
about that guy?
Oh, this guy was already dead, I think.
Not dead, but he was running away.
That was the running
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, one of them ran away too. Yes, and this guy had like 10 hit points left when he went back in the fire. So he was...
Yeah, that's the guy that's running.
So here's actually a question. Am I able to see him?
Oh, at this point, he's had a couple turns. Like, I haven't moved him every single time, but he basically, like, went the same. If you go farther down the map, there's a staircase.
So he's away. He's away. You can't.
Yeah. He's, like,
fair
going
enough.
around the corner, and he was using his full movement and
Cool.
dashing. So.
No, that's good.
All right, you guys have a pool of 5 inspiration points that you've earned as a group. So next time, if someone rolls really badly, you guys can, like, pool them together, have someone roll again in a clutch situation. But you have the place looks empty, other than the smell of charred ogre and gazer. It's looking pretty clear down here now.
Damn gazers.
Guess we're done here. Plane shifting, bitch.
I'm proud you're annoyed.
Indeed. Mind flayers are damned cowards.
I'm gonna kind of how do I cancel this again? Okay, it's a long journey, but all the way back. I'm not actually moving. I'm going to turn around and I say, "Is this how you usually fight the followers of Illithids?"
I mean, ideally, we kill them before they run away, but they are slippery.
Yes.
I don't normally fight. I mean, I like to punch things, but I'm a wanderer.
So you decided to take a job killing a man?
I took a job to get closer to my daughter.
Wow, you're not going to be a liability.
By killing a man.
To be fair, it's kind of a gray area on if he still counts as a man anymore.
I mean, he'll
It's
count
complicated.
as dead soon.
I mean, also it's Waterdeep. I mean, I've heard stories about Waterdeep. And if
Where you are
What is
doesn't
I've lived
like
stories
Matt
about
doesn't honestly isn't very sure like what to really say to any of this stuff, and like cottons on to when you say it's Waterdeep, and it says where you are has nothing to do with who you are. And he says, does anyone require aid? And he's going to go and kind of like sit down on this pew for a second, and he's going to kind of like, he's got a couple of cuts across his body. You'll see that there's like a couple of holes across his robes, but even though you did see him get like stabbed and bashed about and all that stuff, he's actually kind of like not bleeding that much. There isn't that much blood on him. And he kind of like reaches into his shawl and takes out something, and he applies it. And yeah, I'm going to take one of my just normal healing potions.
Okay.
Just the bog standard ones.
Mm-hmm. Is that a 2d4 or is that a base?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. All set.
Yee! I got 8 hit points back.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything while you're down here?
You called me.
obviously hoping for a short rest.
are we taking a short rest or what?
Well, I mean,
Once we get out of the hold, we take a short rest, not randomly in the hole.
Are we going back up? I don't know.
I mean, we did what we were paid to do,
yeah.
or asked to do here.
So as you guys are going, yeah, you're kind of like walking out. Everyone, go ahead and give me a perception check. Everybody plays. All right. Darius, as you are walking out of this sort of area, this desolate, the sort of destroyed area, something catches your eye. A little something like a glimmer, a shard of reflected light sort of bounces off the corner of your eye, coming from right over here.
Darius goes to investigate.
Okay. It is 519 gold pieces.
Handy. And he pockets it.
Like everybody's around you. And everyone saw you walk over, so I'll just let people deal with that. Yeah. Go ahead and you guys get up.
No, not really.
You get back up and yeah,
Wait,
like,
why did Darius get to see the frickin'
because they critted.
coins? But I rolled a 24.
But they critted. I mean, okay, it doesn't technically. Okay, so I know this whole thing. Like, crits are only meant to count in battles, but I do think. Okay, can I retro that? You and Kelsey's character both see it at the same time because she did get a higher score.
No. Bastard's gonna bite you later. Just wait. You owe me one.
Who's
I
buying
feel like
drinks?
that's a losing fight. The bites.
Yeah.
One of you is better equipped at biting than the other.
Just remember what you did to me. Just remember, Kristi, you owe me one.
Right. So you guys get into the contraption and you kind of give the signal, which rings a bell, which means that there's somebody to be brought up. And yeah, there's suddenly, it just takes a couple seconds, but the gears, you can hear them starting to go, and it takes a little while, but the crank starts going and the units lift up. The 6 of you are brought back up to the ledge of the portal in the yawning portal. And Davil is there as well as Durndon, who is quite happy to let you drink for free, basically like for life. But yes, they take you upstairs and they bring over some friends who are okay. I mean, technically, you're not meant to do healing spells when you're drunk, but like if you don't report it, is it really illegal? So they have some like kind of their drunken cleric friends come over, patch you guys up a little bit, bring you up to that third level area, and Davil joins you again and says, well, I'm very impressed. Didn't take you guys too long, so all right, time out. Metagaming.
So we fully healed.
Yes, you guys can go ahead and top up. You haven't like rested, but you can be healed. That's fine.
Also, on the way up, Cassandra's going to lean over to the back, put her hand on his robe, and cast mending.
Oh, your robe's better, Vac.
Okay. As you do that, Vac, like the shawl that he's had around him, like basically comes undone as part of the mending spell, and you realize that the shawl isn't actually a shawl. It is a cured and leathered trunk.
Ah, you're a Loxon.
And you know, it kind of like just thing. He just moves it back, and noticing that you put the robe, you fix the robe up. He thanks you. Thank you.
Welcome. I hate seeing my comrades in arms with damaged armor, clothes, weapons.
Excellent. Well, you guys are back up in the warmth of the yawning portal. Drinks have been provided. You've got some snacks now. It's getting kind of late, you know, for the whole adventure and stuff. And Davil says, well, look. And also Kristi says, well, look. Someone really overestimated what you could get done tonight. So what we'll do is you'll be, of course, Durndon will pay you. He's dividing up the money now into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different packages. He's quite happy. He's just going to top it up and give you each 1,000. It makes the maths easier, and he really didn't expect the problem to be, you know, dealt with quite so quickly. So he's very pleased. You could go ahead and pocket your payment for that with my thanks. Clearly, I'm sorry, I'm not doing devil. Clearly, you guys can handle yourselves in a fight. I think you are definitely everything they said about you. Your reputations preceded you, and you have lived up to them. Very much like an opportunity to offer you this other job if you can handle this situation. I have every confidence you can help us rid Waterdeep of a very, very dangerous individual. So if y'all want to rest now, or I can tell you about your next mission, and we can take it from there. Yeah, basically, guys, like. We're almost like we're only 40 minutes away from when Hi, Yella needs to go. You have too many names. Hi, Nadon, Yella, Clue.
Man of many names, many mysteries.
Yes, Cassandra. Do you want me to like pitch you the basic thing tonight? Because we're gonna have to wrap this up. So either this is gonna be like a one shot and you did it and I didn't kill you, but I came close. Or at least I gave you more of a good fight. Or I can kind of give you the pitch of what the next mission would be, or the next part of the mission would be. Sort of up to what people want.
Yeah, next mission.
Gimme.
All right.
There you go. Have a campaign on the go.
Davil says, Yager, can you just go make sure there's nobody being curious? Then you can come back. Guillermo, you want to sit here by me? Oh, you've already know some of this stuff. If I forget anything, you can tell him what you know. And he pulls out
Drugs.
he pulls out from his well, I'll wait. He pulls out a rolled piece of paper, very large looking map, and he said, I don't know if you guys remember the Manshoon Wars, when the clones of the wizard Manshoon fought for predominance. It caused a terrible havoc and a big international reaction, and they killed off most of the clones. The clones are driven to kill each other. They hate each other, so they're always going to cause trouble. But a few of them managed to escape, go underground, been building up power bases. We think that we have very good reason to believe that there is a clone, a Manshoon clone here in Waterdeep, been trying to manipulate parts of the Zent faction, bringing it into alignment with Xanathar, and I can only imagine that there's some deal between them where Xanathar will take Undermountain and Manshoon will take Waterdeep. I don't know that for sure, but it definitely makes sense. So I've used my resources already, give you guys the best advantage I can. We've located a location. I think the rumors have led us to, and went it down to Waterdeep City Hall. Managed to get the original map of the construction, and not really, but close enough. And he pulls out this map and he unfurls it and lays it on the table in front of you. And now this is the map of the locations called Colette Towers. It's in the southern ward. That's where you're located too, so you might want to walk past it on your way to and from your housing. We put you there so it wouldn't be as suspicious for you to check out the location. But as you can see here, it's a pretty narrow space. It goes up. It doesn't go across. So let me just walk you through the plans here. This area we've drawn out in this seems to be some sort of force field around Colette Towers. We haven't quite figured out how they get out. We think that there's some sort of pass, some sort of magical spell or password or thing that they can use to easily walk past them in the main gate in this area. But that doesn't mean that a Misty Step or a teleport spell or even a disintegration spell on part of the wall won't help you guys get in. From what we've been able to tell so far, it's a very low traffic area. It seems to be one regular halfling who will kind of come out, traverse across the force field. Most people stay away. It gives you kind of the heebie-jeebies, and locals it's been abandoned for a long time, and there have been squatters, so a little bit of activity doesn't attract a lot of attention. We do know that the lights are on sometimes at night, so we know that there's activity going on in there after it having been abandoned for a while. This halfling tends to mostly organize, food, supplies coming in, and then having them delivered and organizing the receipt of them. Other than that, it's been very difficult for us to see a lot of other movement. Now, that's not to say that there aren't people in there or that they have ways in and out, but either they're super sneaky or we're just not seeing them. We don't think that there's a lot of forces here, but we do think that the ones that are in the building are probably well equipped to defend it. So the way that Colette Towers works is this part here is the main tower and attached to a main building. This ground level, as you can see, about 3 rooms. Plan calls for a staircase to go up to the next level. The second level is this bit right here. Sorry, I should also mention, this is another tower that stands next to it. So it's 2 towers shooting up, but the one with the main tower is the one with most of the building structure attached to it. On the second level, there appears to be a plan for some sort of bridge between the 2 towers. We can verify just visually that bridge is wooden. It doesn't look that stable, but it's still standing. This is the only place you can kind of get to that second tower. You can't directly get there based on the plans from the ground. After that, there's a 3rd level that stacks up here on the 2nd level. These then becomes pure towers. The main building has towers that go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. And then there's a little bit still here. There's 2 more levels on the top of the lower tower. So that one's only got 4 stories. So we got the layout, the plans. You're going to have a heck of a time with area of effect spells in these areas, but so maybe consider your tactics accordingly. But this is a location we want you to investigate, infiltrate, well, you don't have to investigate it. We've done the research for you. But we'd like you to infiltrate this, go in whatever you think best, and see if it is indeed the location of Manshoon. If it is, you can also go ahead and take them out while you're there. And anyone who comes back gets to split 100,000 gold dragons in Waterdeep if you want them in that currency, or I can get it in whatever currency you'd like.
What happens if we don't come back?
I mean,
Then you'll be dead.
Well, I'd talk to your party members about maybe leaving a will, making arrangements for your share to go to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Of death are you?
I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but just want to make sure my baby girl gets my share if I die.
Weak sentimentality.
I'm a human. What do you expect? I got a short ass life.
I'm a
Guillermo
human
leans
too.
in. Oh, sorry.
I'm a human too. I'm just not a bitch about it.
I mean, I'd like you to
Guillermo
meet my
leans in.
daughter. she makes up for the bitch in me.
Well, at least you admit it.
It wasn't easy raising her. She was mean. Oof.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for y'all. Guillermo, can you go over there and get that small chest for me? And also pick up that javelin.
Sure thing.
Ooh, javelin?
So, yeah, Guillermo comes back with a decent-sized chest, actually. And from it, Davil, he sets a javelin sort of next to the table. If anyone wants to pick it up, it's fine. And he also pulls out a large brown pouch, a 1-foot-long metal tube, a dagger that has a black carved handle on it, some shackles, a small white pouch, 2 glass stoppers with some sort of like tube thing that has like a red ruby liquid in them. He also pulls out a silky black handkerchief, 3 small round clay pots with little stoppers in them, and a silver ring with a cat detailed into the front of it. So now, I know you guys have your own stuff, but I've been kind of putting together a little collection of things that I thought might be handy. And as a say thank you for doing my friend Dernan, a favor doing this job and doing this job for me. You can ask me about any one of these things on the table. Each of you are free to take one. Use it with you. Use it during the mission, and if you could return it to me, some of these things are quite valuable, unless they're to be consumed or thrown. He picks up the javelin. So yeah, is there anything here that you guys want to ask me about?
The cat ring. What does that thing do?
Now this ring, he picks it up, looks at you. This is a very handy little piece of work I had crafted especially for this mission, because I know in these situations time is of the essence. Therefore, this ring is a spell storing ring, and it has 2 catnap spells already stored in it. Catnap allows you to take the equivalent of a 1-hour short rest in the space of 10 minutes. So you can roll hit die. The whole party can do it, basically.
Okay. The thing is, I'm a warlock. I want those short rests.
Are you sure it's a whole party spell? Or was it just one person, or was it a touch per spell?
No, it's more than. I'll have to check. I mean, I have 2 spells. I can look it up to be sure, but it's not just one person. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's kind of like it's not that big of a deal. I don't think. This is kind of a redo. It's a way of picking things up for the whole party if we need to.
Yeah. Yes. And if people who don't need to take it don't have to, but if you wanted to, but I can just I'll look at the specific deeds. Did you need me to? Do you want me to just go through the list of stuff rather than now that I've described it? Would that make your life easier? Okay, fair enough. All right, cat. Oh, it's in. Maybe it's in Tasha's. I'll look up the spell. All right, so what?
Vassar really just wants to steal that javelin and send it to Mara because reason.
No, Mara wants her dad to take that javelin and steal it and send it to Mara. All right, so
No,
the
Vassar knows what his daughter wants. He's just going to steal it for a reason.
The large brown pouch is a bag of holding. The 1-foot metal long tube is a chime of opening that has 2 charges left in it. The dagger with black carved handle is a dagger of venom. The shackles are dimensional shackles. The small white pouch has dust of disappearance in it. The 2 glass stoppers with red ruby liquid are 2 elixirs of health. There's a javelin of...
What does the elixir of health mean?
It's in the player's guide. I'll get the deets on it once I finish. It's basically kind of like, it's a greater restoration. It allows you to cure like poison conditions and other like conditioned effects.
Oh, okay.
The javelin is a javelin of lightning. The silky black handkerchief is a portable hole. The 3 small round clay pots with stoppers are 3 potions of supreme healing. Oh, like they come in clusters, so like, you know, like the elixirs are together, the healing potions. You don't each get, you know, you can have all 3 of them. You don't have to pick one of the 3.
Alrighty.
And is that everything?
That was everything. Oh, you want more? No. I'm joking.
Just checking. What is that?
Yeah, and I've got the list here, so I can make reference back to it if you guys have questions.
So, Supreme Healing 10d4 plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be an idea for Darius with his huge HP pool to have those.
Anyone else have thoughts? Yeah, I know. With Discord, there's all this dead air. Like in Hangout, we'd all be talking over each other.
I definitely want a ring for the catnaps. For the rest, I mean,
Bastard picks up the javelin without even thinking about it and is eyeing it and like contemplating theft.
Yeah, you can look up. You could probably, it's in the compendium. If you go to the eye and type "javelin of lightning," it's probably in there.
I mean, we could just get to all these items, or do we need to select a couple of them?
No, you just get to pick one.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking that ring then.
Okay.
Yeah, Davil's totally not getting this javelin back.
You say
Like, the
that.
javelin is probably not even going down. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that once you've done the job, if you want to negotiate, you know, like some of your, you know, like trade some of your reward for the javelin, you know, you'd be up for that.
That's if I'm alive.
Correct.
So what's the point? I might as well just give it to Mara before I even go down. Guarantee that she gets it.
It's not yours to give away. Anyway,
now that I have it in my hands, yes, it is.
Property is 9 cents or 9 tenths of the law. So,
Thanks, Skippy.
Anyone else drawn to anything else in that pile of stuff?
Can it be like put into the chat, like what is available and what isn't, kind of thing?
Oh, yes. All right. So let's. I did all this by hand, so I don't have like. It's not a.
If you haven't got it written down, if you haven't got it on like a computer, it's okay. But if it's all right, can we do this in like off game so that way I can check?
That is exactly kind of why I wanted to say how far we should get tonight, so we can have those things. But yeah, are people happy to kind of put you've got sort of your mission. I can leave it on this map for until the next time we play, and I can get you a picture of all the things that I have, or write them up for you. Are people okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. May I say Cassandra would take shackles?
Yeah. Check out the shackles of yes. Okay, so then that's what we'll do. I'll take a picture of all of my notes because there's nothing other than my stupid things of like dun dun dun. No. It was dun 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 dun. That was the music note I put next to my, because it's called spy shit and my sheet.
I see you take notes like I do.
Kristi, you are a goober and I love you.
Okay.
Don't ever change.
Thank you guys for letting me try to kill you. I wasn't successful this time, but I will try harder next time.
You did fine.
No, it's kind of
Yeah.
a joke. Like I'm trying
mean-
to kill you. It's like
I mean,
Not to neg on anybody, but I mean, there are 6 party members at the beginning of the session and the end of the session, so
I didn't do my job.
to be fair, in
Darius
his
so that was at least something.
Put it this way: if Darius hadn't have been raging, he would have been. Because you did like 60 points worth of damage to me.
Oof.
are you sure?
It wasn't me, technically. It was the mind flare plus the gazers.
Oh look, now she's
Oh,
not
yeah,
taking
that-
responsibility for the damage she did.
yeah, it doesn't change anything. I mean,
Yeah.
Mind Flayer's got like all kinds of spells that you could use on people.
Yeah, but I did.
Finger of Death.
I think
poke someone.
Elhan is being very gracious and saying, "Kristi, you kicked my ass a bit." So I appreciate that.
How
I mean,
The thing is, if I hadn't been raging, you would have done, because remember, with the raging, all that
Yeah.
physical damage was halved.
Correct.
If it hadn't been for that, I would have been very, very low on hit points by the end there.
actually could
Isn't that still like 40 hit points though?
Yeah,
40 hit points would vanish in the span of one monster, mind you.
Yeah,
so
I usually get
think-
down to like 20. Well, but you guys got my mind flare down to the 20s before they skedaddle. They're like, I'm gonna check one more
really?
if I
thing.
had been hit
Oh,
by
they're
that
pussies.
psychic attack, I could have. No, I wouldn't have been able to attack, because if I would have held rebuke there, there's a decent enough chance that guy would have just died.
Yeah, like mind flares they'd have a terrible AC and they don't even have 80 hit points.
Hey. Why you
They're casters. That's how they tend to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Chrissy, you also have to understand, if I didn't have healing hands, I would have.
Okay, you
At
guys
one
are
point.
you're making me feel better. I think Sib. Sorry,
It was fine.
yeah, Sib, were you trying to get a word in? I know your mic is a little bit softer, so.
I was trying to ask, when can a character take the reactions exactly?
Pretty much anytime they're attacked, or so they have an attack of opportunity.
Just you can do a reaction anytime normally, but generally it's things that have reaction have a condition to trigger it, and you only have one reaction to turn.
Yes.
Yeah. The reaction action has 2 things. First off, you have to have something that triggers it. And generally speaking, everybody has the opportunity attack
Mhm.
action and the identify a spell action that can be used as reactions. Yeah. Otherwise, it needs to be something that you are like given. So like there's like a rogue one where it's like, I use my reaction to use the dodge action before the person's attacks me, immediately giving them disadvantage, that kind of
Right,
thing.
or cunning action as a
Um,
reaction.
The other thing is that reactions, generally speaking, cannot occur on your turn. They are things that are supposed to be on the off turn when it's not your turn to do things.
Yeah. So if someone attacks you and you shield spell, for
Yeah.
instance.
So I would have been able to use Hellish Rebuke when I got struck.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it's for.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what Yella did when they got hit and knocked down.
And it
Yeah, I
was on
should've-
their opponent's turn.
2d10 damage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. This is why I wanted you guys to kind of have
Yeah.
a pre-fight fight, so you could kind of get some of the bumps out and learn what everyone can do.
Like Hellish Rebuke with like a high level spell slot, because it's like a D10 per spell level, so that damage adds up.
While we're at it, Kristi, could you? Oh shit!
What was that?
Could you? I'm going to send you over a token
Okay.
on Discord.
Yeah.
And could you associate it with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send you my one as well,
Sounds good.
because I forgot that having had this character in another game, it's already got
Oh.
a token associated with it, but it's an old token for the old look of Darius before I
Yeah, sure.
remade them on Hero Forge.
Yes, yeah. My my slutty bard Hero Forge figure like arrived and I'm really, really happy. But Hero Forge is great. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'm not advertising for Hero Forge. They're just good. Okay, so yes, well, I think I've tempted them in with the little bit of successful ass kicking. They already have like now, ooh, look how powerful I am. I can kick ass. So we're gonna try to find a time to finish this up. Before we go, I'm just gonna tell you how out of touch I was. I was like, okay, the first hour we'll do like social stuff, and they'll do the yawning portal battle. And then like in the second hour they'll like start to do some planning, and probably at least like get to the thing and some stuff will happen. I was so out of like no sense of time. No, but this is good. It's good to work out. So thank you all for being my guinea pigs. I hope you had fun.
Oh, yes.
Good. And
Other than my like midweek panic attack, I am fine.
good, yes. And maybe next time we'll go back to Hangouts, because it was a little bit, there's a lot of gaps with Discord. Maybe you just need practice with it, but maybe we should practice not on air with it.
The decent amount is probably because it's new one shot with new characters with new
That's
dynamics.
true. Yeah, you have to
This is
find
also
the sheets. Yeah.
things out.
Everyone's kind of like, ooh, new stuff. But you all were wonderful. Thank you for letting me plan deadly encounters. It was fun for me. I managed to even throw someone in a pit. It was like my whole goal was to have the gazers to throw y'all in the pit.
Into the whole window.
Yes.
But for some reason, you left me the heck alone.
I
You
just,
left Vassar completely alone.
well, I will make up for that next time.
No, you can't because you owe me one.
I'm always owing. All right, so we're going to organize another time to take up this drama, which is okay. It's happening in the future, so it doesn't affect our current timeline yet. But yes, until next time, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. But first, let me get to the right YouTube page. Otherwise, we're going to say goodbye party, and it's not going to be time to say goodbye party. Okay, say goodbye party.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
Ah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
They did the bit.
Goodbye. Goodbye.